you said in particular that this is perhaps feeling like the early launch of the internet itself. Why so? What's so important and impactful about generative AI?
I think, before the release of ChatGPT, many people had been underestimating the progress that AI has been making over the last few years and will make going forward. It was kind of like the spark that lit the fire of startup innovation around generative AI, and it also created a renewed fundraising dynamic. One way to think about it is that we've gone from these systems of prediction, like classification or recommendation systems, to these systems of creation. And so you now have these really interesting, powerful generative systems like our portfolio company Jasper, which can help you write a blog post, or Stable Diffusion, which can generate images, or GitHub Copilot, which can help write code. And we'll likely see copilots emerge with the ability to create first drafts for all sorts of other functions besides programming. Eventually medical documentation, legal contracts, school lesson plans, and things like that.
The thing for me, Lonne, is it all comes down to money. It always comes back to money, right? And the team over at Sequoia Capital writing this research report recently that AI has the potential, particularly generative AI, to generate trillions of dollars of economic value. How do we get there to actually, implement AI in a way that leads to value creation or products and services we can actually charge for?
It will be very interesting to watch where the pools of value will accrue and where the economic moats will be the deepest with these new generative AI technologies, if anywhere. Some people believe that the economic power will go to the companies that are building the large foundation models because they require so much time and skill and money to create, like OpenAI and Google and others. And some think that the moats will be deepest with the companies that are fine-tuning the models for specific use cases, because they can enjoy things like demand-side economies of scale from having proprietary training data or a flow of feedback data from users. But I think it's a little early. It's still the fog of war around it all.
Lonne, your CV is fascinating. We just showed some of your portfolio companies on the screen. You interned at Microsoft in your earlier years. You worked at IBM. Who is going to get there first? Big tech company like Microsoft or the more nimble startups that you're investing in now?
I think the rise of generative AI in particular could help to democratize access to AI technology because it can be delivered as a service. Such a versatile capability, these foundation models, it may be easier for regular companies to consume and without being quite as deep tech. But I would say it's also important to remember that it's not just the generative AI companies that are making transformative impact. In the kind of more traditional AI, like in computer vision AI in healthcare, for example, we have a portfolio company, Overjet, where the CEO, Warda, and her team have built powerful technology that can tell you whether your tooth needs a filling or a crown based on its reading of a dental x-ray. Or Iterative Health, which can apply computer vision to colonoscopy videos in real time. It can catch cancerous polyps missed by a gastroenterologist, which can be hugely impactful for healthcare. So there's going to be a lot of progress over the next couple of years. I think it'll be pretty fun to watch.